In this bulletin, bush tracks used to break containment protocol. ANZ Mat praises local colleagues.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
Good afternoon, Fiji. A number of Fijians residing in areas outside the Suva-Nosori containment area beyond the Longani border are illegally entering the zone through bush tracks. Longani village headman Peningande says the incident has been happening for weeks despite repeated warnings about the risks of being exposed to the virus and breaching COVID restrictions. And this is warnings seem to be falling on deaf ears as people from outside the containment zone continue to track through the bushes of Longani to reach this Bautikina road en route to either Nosori or Suva. Commissioner of Police Sitiveni Gilio has directed the Eastern Division team to look into concerns raised and close the gap.
We were surprised as to who must have indicated the alternative route. I think residents along the Longani-Sembi road were deceived with money just to point out the shortcuts to these culprits.
There will be a lot more questions asked at checkpoints, turning people back, those that are unnecessarily moving about. Those are the type of things that we're looking at being tougher in our enforcement on these issues.
The Australian and New Zealand medical assistance team helping out in Fiji have nothing but praise for their Fijian colleagues working amid the country's COVID crisis. With 368 COVID deaths since the second outbreak began, ANZ Mat Charlie team leader Bronte Martin says quick mitigation efforts by health teams have saved Fiji more trouble. Martin adds that health measures that can help the community can change once Fiji gets more people fully vaccinated. The ANZ Mat team believes with more Fijians being fully vaccinated, this should help relieve some pressure on the already strained public health care system.
And we really would like to commend again the work of all of those frontline healthcare workers and emergency services, because collectively we can work together, we can get through this a very trying and distressing time and emerge on the other side with our Vavale around us.
An outbreak of a Marburg virus has been detected for the first time in a West African country 2 weeks ago. The WHO, or World Health Organization, says that a man believed to have carried the virus died after 8 days of showing symptoms. They are currently investigating the source of this outbreak. Marburg virus disease is a highly virulent disease that causes hemorrhagic fever with a fatality ratio of up to 88%. It was first identified in 1967 and is in the same family as the virus that causes the Ebola virus disease.
Marburg is a very different virus to the one that caused COVID-19, but many of the elements of the response are the same: isolating and caring for those infected, tracing and quarantining their contacts, and engaging local communities in the response.
Taliban insurgents entered Kabul and President Ashraf Ghani left Afghanistan on Sunday. This has brought the Islamist militants close to taking over the country 2 decades after they were overthrown by a US-led invasion. And to our latest COVID-19 update for today. Fiji recorded 467 new COVID-19 infections for the period ending at 8 a.m. yesterday. 258 cases are from the Western Division and 209 are from the Central. The Health Ministry also recorded 3 new COVID-19 deaths for the period of August 11th to the 13th. All 3 deaths were reported from the Central Division. Fiji has recorded 40,167 cases since April this year. There are now 23,831 active cases in isolation, with 15,841 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 371. The vaccination campaign also continues around the country. As of yesterday, 533,609, or 91% of the population, have received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. 210,845, or 35.9%, have received their second dose. The 5 most vaccinated areas include Ba, Rewa, Nandrongai, Naita, Siri, which are now 100% first jabbed. Next is Nandi. Up ahead, legacy continues for the Takayawas. Welcome back. The Takayawa family, who are a household name in the sport of judo, are confident of maintaining their legacy and representing Fiji. This comes as Tebita Takayawa made his Olympic debut after a lapse of 21 years when his brother Nathaniel Takayawa last represented Fiji in the Sydney 2000 Olympics. Nathaniel Takayawa says they continue to breed young judokas within their family.
2 years ago, 2019, my 2 daughters won gold. And Tevita winning the Oceania the year before. And now it has gone to another recipient, Gerard, my nephew. And that is the university's high school. So he's on a scholarship there and preparing him when Tevita finishes. There are a few others that are coming up to take over.
Fiji Mbati prop Daniel Saifiti's Newcastle Knights are keeping their dream to play in the final alive as they secure an edging 16-14 win against Sharks on Sunday. The Knights have jumped to 7th spot on the ladder after last night. Tottenham made light of the absence of unsettled Harry Kane to start the Premier League season with a win, 1-0 win over with champion Manchester City. Son Heung-min, who gave new manager Nuno Espirito Santo the perfect start to his reign with a low shot that snaked beyond Manchester City, keeping Addison 10 minutes after the break. And West Ham United twice came from behind to get their Premier League campaign off to an ideal start by beating Newcastle United 4-2. Here are the goals from a hugely entertaining match at St. James Park. Cloudy periods with some showers over Viti Levu, Beno Levu, Tabiuni, and the Lau and Lomaiviti groups. A high-pressure system to the south of the country continues to direct fresh to strong southeast winds over Fiji. That's FBC News Now. Join us again for our 1-hour major bulletin at 7 p.m. And be sure to download the FBC app to access the latest in news and sports and listen to our live radio broadcasts from any of our 6 FBC radio stations. Stay safe. Good afternoon.